Hey guys, this is Jackson, and I just wanted to do a little bit of a video about something that I have been thinking about, which is about soulless work versus soul-filled work, or work with soul. There's this trend with AI, and there's the whole argument about, oh, AI is like soulless and can't do what people can do, and like blah 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 blah. Like, I'm sure you've heard it if you've paid any attention to what's going on with AI. Is basically there's a camp of artists who feel like, it's soulless and it can't replace people, whereas there are other people who think it's a great tool for prototyping and can do work that would take otherwise forever to do, and it can just do it instantly. I'm not here to talk about AI, but the reason that I mention AI is because AI art is sort of the product of a certain type of thought in humanity, inside of all of us. It's a certain pattern of behavior that we all engage in our own personal lives, and then AI in the scope of society is sort of like the downstream culmination of that consciousness within ourselves manifesting in humanity. And basically how that manifests in each of our lives is basically our tendency to value checking boxes and looking the part or valuing those things over allowing ourselves to be seen for what we are, or something like that. We have this tendency where in a creative field, like such as art or music or whatever, there's this fear that we have of not wanting ourselves to be seen, not wanting to put our ideas out for people to see, because we're afraid of what they're going to say and what that's going to mean about us. And this all goes back to like trauma and like childhood and shit like that. And even now, as I'm saying this, it's like I feel this like fear about, should I say this and look professional and check all the boxes and meet people's expectations, or should I say this and say what I actually think and feel? And what this is sort of the conflict that we all have when we create art, is it's like, do I present myself to the world in a way that is I will meet expectations and control how I'm perceived, or do I express myself to the world and dare to create the things and say the things and do the things and make the music and make the art or whatever that I actually feel is true and that I actually value and find interesting? And what AI art is basically all the way to the end of not showing yourself, because you're substituting technology and high quality and great graphics and all these like technical brilliant marvels. You're using that as a substitute for the fact that you've actually got no substance. And that's something that we all do. We all inhibit ourselves and hide behind technical brilliance because we don't want to actually express that childlike, vulnerable part of ourselves, basically. And anyway, so I guess what's the point that I'm trying to make with this video? I think I've already made it. Basically, the work that all these tools are great. AI is great. I think it should be used to prototype. I think it can be used as a tool of art, so long as people still express themselves. I think that's the most important thing. And the reason that I got on this talk was because I've been assembling a team for a project, and I've been looking at different portfolios and things like that, and looking through people's work, and the stuff that always strikes me the most and that I always find most interesting is the people who dare to go out on a limb and put some of their personality into their work. Stuff that is technically impressive and checks all the boxes, I'm not as interested in. Obviously you need to check certain boxes, because you can't just be all soul and no discipline because there's still a job that needs to be done. You need to know how to use technology, and you need to be able to actually create things, like tangible physical things, and that takes effort and energy, and it takes intelligence and intellect and discipline and work ethic and all of these things. But the point that I'm saying is that all of that, you can check all the boxes in the world and have the most advanced technology and still create absolute dog shit, to put it bluntly. And that's not to put down anybody's work, because like I said at the start, like, this all goes back to soul and life experience and people's childhoods and trauma and fear and all of that. It can be scary to actually put yourself in your work, but that's always where the most interesting stuff happens, and that's the kind of thing that I really like to see, and the thing that inspires me. When I get work from people, like whether it be game design mechanics or concept art or music or whatever, there's that mysterious, in the best pieces of work, there's always that part of themselves in it, that they didn't have to put in. It wasn't part of the criteria, it wasn't part of the checklist of like, is the song produced well, or does the concept art like cover all these things that I wanted it to cover. It's like, the thing that's always most interesting is that X factor of like, they've put something extra in that they didn't have to put in, that reflects part of themselves. It's like they've found something about that project or that task that speaks to them personally, and then they've gone and done their own sort of like little bit of research and remixed it and put something in it that reflects them and reflects something that they'd value, and have sort of taken a chance. Really, they've taken a chance with you because they've shared it with you, and they're revealing themselves to you in faith that you'll see them and respect it and appreciate what it is that they actually are, beyond all of the professional checklist things. And I really love that, and that's inspiring to me, and those are the kinds of people that I want to work with. So I hope that was interesting. This is going to be a promotion now because the video is done, but I am looking for people to work with. So if you do want to work with me, we have a project going called Esoteric Instinct, and you can see I've got a pitch video about that I put on my channel recently. It's a slideshow where I go over sort of the outline of the project and how it's going to look. We've got a bit less than 10 people involved now, or maybe it's 10, I'm not even sure. Some programmers, some musicians, some artists and sound engineers and things. And we're looking for more, not in any particular discipline. We do have a few specific roles that we want to fill, but I'll promote for those separately. But just in general, like, we are looking for interesting people to work with who are willing to bring part of their personality to the project. And obviously, like, there's technical criteria that people need to meet, and there's a certain degree of professionalism and all of that. But ideally, at the end of the day, the thing that we want the most is just people who are inspired and resonate with the project and feel like they have something unique that they can bring to it, which reflects a part of themselves. So yeah, there'll be more information about that in the description, but I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.